If you're hitting the road for Thanksgiving this week, you might tune up your car with a fresh oil change.
And you expect to get what you pay for, of course, when you go into the shop. But KXAN investigator Brian Collister found out that does not always happen here in Central Texas, Brian.
That's right. You know, this is synthetic oil. It lasts longer and it costs 3 to 4 times as much as just good old-fashioned, regular, conventional oil. Now, you can tell by just looking that you really can't tell them apart. That's why we went undercover in this hidden camera investigation, thanks to a mechanic who showed us that you don't always get the oil that you pay for. This is indisputable evidence by a lab that shows that instead of synthetic, you gave us cheap conventional oil every single time, 6 times.
Like I said, I have no comment.
It's a ripoff.
Terry Withrow used to work here at this oil shop called True Balance in Round Rock for 4 months.
They're telling you it's Castro or Mobil 1, and it's not. It's cheap oil.
And why are they doing that?
It's money, profit, all for profit.
He says he took this picture of the high-priced Mobil 1 synthetic oil jugs that you see when you walk into the shop. But what customers don't see is this picture. He says it shows a True Balance employee filling those same jugs with cheap, regular oil.
Trying to tell them they're selling Dom Perignon, and they're handing them a Miller Lite with Dom Perignon sticker on it. They're refilling a full synthetic jug with regular oil.
Hey man, can you oil change real quick?
So we sent our producer in undercover to get his car's oil changed.
Yeah, I want to get the best you got.
Today's start off at $89.99. You okay with that? Synthetic in that point. Okay. We did the Mobil 1 530 synthetic for you. After tax $95.19.
After the oil change, it's time to pull a sample of the oil True Balance put in our test car. Off to the lab. At Alcor Petro Lab, technicians run the sample through scientific tests that will tell us what kind of oil we got. This is what Mobil 1 looks like. The blue line shows its chemical makeup, not even close to the red line showing the oil True Balance sold us. This isn't the only True Balance, it's a chain. We also go undercover and take samples at the other shops, in Elgin, off North Lamar, and here at West Slaughter and 1st Street in South Austin, where this mechanic named Jimmy changes our oil, not just once, but on 2 separate visits.
Full synthetic? Excuse me? Full synthetic? What's that?
Full synthetic oil.
Is that the best you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both times, Jimmy tells us we're getting top dollar synthetic oil.
Not a single sample you sent us performed in the manner that we would expect for the synthetic oils that were claimed on the invoice.
Did you ever raise this concern to them, and if so, what did they say?
Oh, we're only doing this for a little while. You know, just a little longer. We're just starting up. We're fixing to go legit. Brandon Harris used to call it a lick. You know, he's making a lick. That's like street code for ripping them off.
Brandon Harris is the owner of True Balance. Terry says he tells employees to do this. Hi, are you Brandon?
How are you? How you doing?
Good. Brian Collister with KXAN. I caught up with Harris at the West Slaughter shop to ask what I thought was a pretty simple question for him to answer. What kind of oil do you put in these cars?
What kind of oil we put in these cars? We use oil, the Mobil 1 vendor give us at the shop. How can I help you?
Would that Mobil 1 that you put in the cars be synthetic?
I don't understand. Like,
to help him understand, I showed him our lab results. We've been to all 4 of your locations here. In fact, we've been to 2 of them twice.
Okay.
And you sold us premium, high-grade, high-dollar synthetic oil. We had it sent to a lab in Dallas, and you gave us the cheap conventional oil. You didn't give us what we paid for.
that shouldn't be right. We should have gave you the premium synthetic oil.
Why would that happen?
I don't know. I mean, we should have gave you premium synthetic oil. If you got what you order, that's what we give customers. I don't know what the problem is.
Is that what you give customers? We've talked to a former employee who says you do this to all your customers.
No, we do not.
That this is just a way for you to pocket more profit.
No, that's not. It's not how we run business here, sir.
He says he'll have to talk to his employees. That's when we see the guy who changed our oil. We paid you for synthetic oil twice, but we sent the oil to a lab in Dallas, and you gave us cheap oil, not synthetic. You did that. You filled it up. We have you on camera.
What would you like to say about that?
Nothing.
Jimmy has no explanation.
Jimmy, can we talk to you about why you gave us that regular oil, Jimmy?
And eventually locks himself inside this bathroom to get away from our camera. As for the former True Balance mechanic who exposed all of this oil mess,
I feel really bad for the customer, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I had to quit.